続きましては日本代表広隆。スムースな入りです。さあここから十字に移ります。ここまでは見事な演技。見事に決めました。
Thanks for missing the football for me.
It's a pleasure.
There's a new kind of pain relief, Nurofen. One you can take anywhere, without water. New Nurofen meltlets simply melt in your mouth with a light, refreshing taste for effective relief at the site of pain. New Nurofen meltlets targets pain without water.
Energizer. A more intelligent use of energy.
At Currys, we use an independent research company to get us the facts about prices. Independent proof that Currys really does mean low prices all over the country. Fact. And for Currys, that's just the start. As Britain's #1, we've got the strength to go on cutting prices for our customers with more top brand savings every single week. Fact. Currys keep cutting prices, and that's a fact.
You're watching Sky Cinema.
This summer, two of the world's most colourful teams, the West Indies and Zimbabwe, are coming to England for a carnival of cricket. 10 one-day games will decide who will be the champions of the Tri-Series. And with this much action, you just can't help yourself getting involved, especially with Sky's award-winning interactive coverage. The Tri-Series exclusively live, coming soon on Sky Sports 1 and Extra.
Out.
The Movie Max Wednesday premiere. Meet Carter.
I'm Detective Carter.
A detective with attitude.
Do you speak any English?
Meet Lee.
I'm policeman.
A detective with altitude.
There you.
Together they're fighting crime their way.
10-year-olds kidnapped this morning, and they want you on the case.
Jackie Chan.
No.
Chris Tucker.
Yo.
Russia. Part of the Top of 10 season. Wednesday at 10 on Sky Movie Max.
Tonight at 8, horror from the House of Hammer with a wake-up call for Christopher Lee. Dracula has risen from the grave. At 9, stormy weather for Richard Gere and the girls in Terence Malick's ravishing romance, Days of Heaven. And at 10, comedy with Joe Pesci as the slum landlord forced to move in with his tenants. The Super. Movies for tonight on Sky Cinema and Sky Cinema 2.
Now the high life in LA, with Robert Downey Jr. and James Spader out of their heads on the road to nowhere. Less than zero.
When the going gets rough, Sky Premiere and Sky Movie Max get tougher. A season of hard-hitting action films blaze onto your screens.
Ina tells the tale of murder, madness, suicide and ritual sacrifice behind the lace curtains of Black River Falls. The award-winning Wisconsin Death Trip.
A story that affects us all.
It dictates how we live. It dictates what we can do.
And at 5 p.m., Dorothy Lamour stars with Arturo de Cordova in John Steinbeck's comedy drama, A Medal for Benny.
Just heard about your son, Mr. Martin. We're here to tell you that the citizens of this community are mighty proud of him.
Now she's the sweetheart of America's big hero.
A Dorothy Lamour double bill begins Saturday, the 22nd of July at 3 p.m. on Carlton Cinema.
The greatest hits of the 70s. An exclusive offer, 8 CDs, one fantastic collection. 144 of the greatest hits from the outrageous 70s. Call this number now for the collection of the decade. Packed full of the greatest hits of the 70s. That's all your favorite 70s songs. 8 CDs, unbelievable value, just $29.99 plus post and packing. The greatest hits of the 70s, available to you by calling the number on your screen now. 8 CDs, $29.99 plus post and packing. Order now.
Campino. Small, smooth, and unashamedly good.
Did you know that Brian can make the muscles in his bottom dance to rule Britannia?
There are some things you really shouldn't share, and some things you definitely should, like cart door ice cream.
Goodness, cherries.
Cart door.
Tomorrow night, we continue our season of John Wayne films with an action-packed western, The Fighting Kentuckian, co-starring Vera Ralston. And then, winner of the viewer's choice is Young Guns 2, starring Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland and Lou Diamond Phillips. And you can see that at 9 tomorrow night. Followed by the last remake of Beau Geste, slapstick comedy based on a 1939 classic story of a young man's exploits with the French Foreign Legion, directed by and starring Marty Feldman alongside Michael York at 11:15 tomorrow night.
Alan Moreau never knew he had a twin brother until he found him dead on the streets of his hometown.
A stranger with your exact face, and according to the passport, your exact birth date.
Determined to unravel who his brother was, he must risk his own life by entering the same shadowy underworld that swallowed his twin.
You should go back to France. What you find here could be ugly.
This is just the beginning. I've seen it before. I won't stop until you're dead, too.
But all the traces of his brother's past are disappearing, and he's in grave danger of succumbing to the same fate. Natasha Henstridge and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Maximum Risk, Friday at 10 p.m. on Carlton Cinema.
Now, coming up, a preview of this week's films here on Carlton Cinema.
Today at 3 p.m. on Carlton Cinema.
A young boy is unsure whether he's Glenn or Glenda next, made by cult director Ed Wood, who also takes the starring role.
Have I gone insane? Is this a nightmare?
There will be no more escape attempts in this camp!
Somebody's trying to put over a dirty trick and not playing fair.
What kind of a rebel butcher are you?
What did you call me?
Do you like
back. Who ever heard of such a thing?
Under that heathen blanket, there's a full-blossom woman built by the devil to drive men crazy.
This summer, On Digital invites you to the movies.
Never seen the sky so blue. The birds are singing, I got nothing to do. Hey, 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 hey. It's just
Summertime is movie time with On Digital.
The greatest hits of the 70s. An exclusive offer, 8 CDs, one fantastic collection. 144 of the greatest hits from the outrageous 70s. Call this number now for the collection of the decade. Packed full of the greatest hits of the 70s. That's all your favourite 70s songs. 8 CDs, unbelievable value, just $29.99 plus post and packing. The greatest hits of the 70s, available to you by calling the number on your screen now. 8 CDs, $29.99 plus post and packing. Order now.
Dad, could you pass the potatoes, please?
He's not your dad. We never knew who your dad was.
There are some things you really shouldn't share, and some things you definitely should, like cart door ice cream.
Good pudding.
Come on, Mother. Of course, after the wedding night, it was separate beds.
Cart door.
Brian Stimson is a headmaster obsessed by punctuality. He's never been late for a meeting in his life.
I am going to the University of Norwich in the fair county of Norfolk. Today, I take over as chairman of the Headmasters' Conference. This is the train to Norwich.
Plymouth. But just this once, fate has conspired against him.
Of course, he wouldn't take me because he's taking her. A schoolgirl, a child. She's got her A-levels.
And one disaster follows another.
I put my money in the box. It's eaten the money. How old are you?
As he tries to beat the clock.
This is how mankind has evolved from the primeval slime.
Starring Penelope Wilton, Alison Steadman and the manic John Cleese.
What do you think I should do then?
From a screenplay by Michael Frayn, Clockwise, Saturday at 9 p.m. on Carlton Cinema.
Now, is it Glenn or Glenda? From cult director Ed Wood, who also takes the starring role. This film has been certified as G by Carlton Cinema, as some scenes are unsuitable for young children to watch alone and may require parental guidance.